Allah Azza wa Jalla. In the Quran I said, كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه. That everything will perish except the face of Allah. ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. So Ar-Rahman, the face of Allah will remain and it will not perish. Then I said, ذو الجلال والإكرام. That Jalal wal Ikram are adjective to the face of Allah, describing the face of Allah. Okay, most lofty and noble. That's what Allah describing His face. So as we affirm, Allah has other attributes: hearing, seeing, mahabba, wrath, His hand. He has He has eyes that befits Allah Azza wa Jal. We'll cover this in Wasatiyah. Allah has face that befits Allah Azza wa Jal. Why? Because you cannot ask Jannah, okay, by anything except by face of Allah Azza wa Jal. Show that Allah has a face, and the face of Allah is unique and is uncreated. You know, in the hadith Allah said that أعوذ بكلمات الله تامة. I seek Allah's protection by the perfect speech of Allah. The speech of Allah is attributes of Allah, and it's not created; it's uncreated. Likewise, we believe the face of Allah is uncreated, na'am, because we're asking Jannah by something which is uncreated. So when we're asking Allah by His face, we should ask nothing but Jannah, because Jannah is the highest and the most noble creation of Allah. We don't say, Ya Allahumma as'aluka biwajhika al-kareem an tarziqani or tarzuqni. Oh Allah, ask you by a noble face to provide me. This is not something we should ask Allah, your provision. Something minute. We should ask Allah something high level, because it's a respect, it's an honor, it's a part of Tawheed of Allah Azza wa Jal. That we use His face, ask Allah by His face something greater than anything else, which is the Jannah. Okay? And there is no creation that's better than and most beautiful than Jannah. So we ask Allah to ask Allah by His face to enter Jannah. So we can say, Allahumma as'aluka biwajhika al-kareem an tadkhulni al-Jannah. Okay? Oh Allah, I ask you by your noble face to enter me to Jannah. Okay, something like that. And Prophet ﷺ did make dua, A'udhu biwajhika al-kareem. Okay? A'udhu bika wajhika al-kareem. I ask you protection by your noble face. And you can do that. Because Allah's attributes are uncreated. Likewise, we can say, A'udhu bi kalimatillah. I seek protection by the speech of Allah, which is the attributes of Allah, which is uncreated. طيب. So here we affirm Allah has a face that befits Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay? And now, Jannah, we ask Allah by Allah's face, Jannah only. And Jannah is a garden that Allah has prepared, وَعِدَّتْ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah talks about the Jannah, the width and the length. Then He said, Allah has prepared the Jannah for the muttaqeen. The muttaqeen are the people of Jannah. Okay? He prepared for the righteous who worship Allah, doing what Allah commands them to do, and He leaves what Allah forbids. That's Jannah. Okay? Jannah is something that Hadith says the eye never seen. Okay, the heart never comprehend anything about Jannah. So Jannah is a place of ni'mah, only for the believers. And He said, La yus'al. La yus'al. Biwajhillah ila Jannah. So, nothing should be asked by the face of Allah except Jannah. So the ulama said, La yus'al nahi. It's tahreem. We shouldn't ask, because we should ask Allah by Allah's face something high, which is Jannah. Jannah, inshaAllah. طيب. So in simple hadith, we should practice Allahumma as'aluka biwajhika al-kareem an tadkhul al-Jannah, something like that. But relate to Jannah, inshallah. So the next chapter is باب لا يرد من سأل بالله. حديث عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من سأل بالله فاعطوه ومن استعاذ بالله فأعيذوه ومن دعاكم فأجيبوه ومن صنع إليكم معروفا فكافئوه فإن لم تجدوا ما تكافئونه فادعوا له حتى تروا أنكم قد كفأتموه نعم. Hadith ibn Umar radiallahu anhu, Prophet said that if someone asks you by Allah, give him. If you seek protection of Allah, then give him protection. If you make dua, then respond to his dua. We'll cover them inshallah. If anyone does good to you, then make it up. If you can't find anything to make it up, make dua for him until you see that he's made it up. So let's take the hadith. Hadith in Surah An-Nisa'i, hadith authentic. طيب. Man sa'ala billah fa'atuhu. If someone asks you by Allah, give him. So if someone comes and says, As'aluka billah an tashtari li baytan. I ask you by Allah, buy me a house. You're going to buy me a house now? No, it doesn't work like that. You can't take that as advantage. Now, there is a different categories of this. If someone has a house, okay, and someone says, I borrowed you 5,000 pounds, As'aluka billah an tu'tini. I ask you by Allah to give me. Now this is allowed, because this is his money, it's a debt, isn't it? And he can ask you about this, and he can request and demand that, because this is haqq, he wants his money. Okay? So, if someone asks, that is his right, then he should give him the money. Or if he asks something which is you're able to do, then from the adab, you should do it, because you ask him by Allah Azza wa Jal, the Lord, the Great, by Allah's name, as a respect, as an honor He's asking you with this name, you should fulfill that. If someone says, As'aluka billah an tulsilini ila bayti, I ask you by Allah to send me to my house, or to take me to my house. Give me a lift, basically. So it is not impossible for you to give him a lift. Okay, let's go. By Allah, you ask him, I'm going to fulfill, I'm going to get the reward. I'm going to do it. I'm going to, inshallah, fulfill that. As'aluka billah an tansahuni. I ask you by Allah to advise me. Now, you can do that. Advise him. He needs advice. Dil nasiha. You advise him. He needs advice. Maybe he wants, the man is a bit weak. He may be going through depression, but something like that. Give him a nasiha. That will boost my iman. So, in that case, you should advise the brother. Any nasiha that will increase his iman. Something like that. Then the ulama says he should fulfill it. Secondly, if someone going to request something like that, if it's beyond his ability, then he's not right upon him to fulfill that. It's not recommended. Okay? He can reject that. So like the example again. By Allah ask you to buy me a house. Or by Allah ask you, give me money, I want to make Hajj. The Hajj costs 10, 12 grand. Brother, you asking me something I can't give you. So it is not right from the brother to make that dua. It is not befitting. So yes, the hadith is there. If someone asks you by Allah, you should give him, but according to your own means. But if he's got the right to ask, then you can't reprimand him. So man sa'ala billah fa'tuhu wa man ista'adha billah fa'a'idhuhu. That if he seeks Allah's protection, if he seeks your protection by Allah, then give him protection, any aid, support, whatever, whatever aid or support he needs, give him inshallah. This is what it is, isti'adha. He can, whatever help he needs, you give him inshallah. وَمَنْ دَعَاكُمْ فَأَجِيبُوا. Whoever makes dua, respond to his dua. So if your brother makes, the ulama say it means wedding, urf. If your brother getting married, then we have to respond to his dua. إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةٌ. Indeed, brothers, believe in the brothers, and brothers have rights as much as we speak about Allah has right over us, the parents have right over us, neighbors have right over us. Likewise, brothers have right over brothers. What are the rights? If he invite you for a wedding, you got to respond to his dua. If he asks for advice, you have to advise him. If he passes away, then you have to pray janazah. If he sneezes, then you have to respond to his sneeze. Okay? If you say Alhamdulillah, you should say Yarhamukallah. Okay? There are many rights a brother has over a brother. So if your brother invites you for for aqiqah, for walima or nikah, waqtul nikah, then we should respond to this dua. فَأَجِيبُوا, respond to it inshallah. This is right. We should, that's one of the right, and that's what the ulama, this dua mean, calling to go to his wedding or something like that. Urf. وَمَنْ صَنَعَ إِلَيْكُمْ مَعْرُوفًا فَكَافِئُوهُ. This is another one, that if someone does good to you, then make it up. Now this is called ihsan. وَأَحْسِنُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Do ihsan, do good things, because Allah loves the good doers. And ihsan to your brother can be done many different ways. You can do ihsan to your brother through knowledge, teaching him knowledge, whatever knowledge you can give him, teach him Quran, whatever, help him, even math, science, whatever. You can, if you do help him, inshallah, that's ihsan, that's good, inshallah. Also, you can do ihsan through mal. If he needs mal, you can help him financially, inshallah. Help him with the status, find him a job or something like that. You know, this is ihsan to your brother. Okay, this is something, that part of ihsan. So if he does something good, okay, make it up. So if your brother, maybe, you know, he helped you in difficult time, a time where you're struggling, maybe financially, there was a time I couldn't feed myself, he gave me some money to feed myself. So he done khair to you, ihsan to you, so make up. Maybe you do same thing to him. I don't know, maybe do something he did, you do it to me as well, inshallah. So that create a bond between your brothers, inshallah. The hadith says, فَإِن لَمْ تَجِدُوا مَا تُكَافِئُونَ فَادْعُوا لَهُ حَتَّى تَرَوْا أَنَّكُمْ قَدْ كَافَأْتُمُوهُ. That, but if you can't find anything to make up what he did for you, then make dua for him. And this is very important, dua for your brother, until you feel that I have made up what he done for me. Maybe he has done something huge, and you feel, subhanallah, you know, I have to do something and I can't find it. Make dua for him, to guide him, guide his family, you know. Keep making dua for him, specifically in the sajda, in salah, inshallah. And until you feel that I've sufficed, I've made up what he done for me, inshallah. So this is one hadith that basically it's a hadith about if someone asks you about Allah, give it to him. Because he asked you about the greatest name of Allah. And from the adab, we should respond to his dua. Give him, but we explain, the ulama explain the different categories, as you have heard, inshallah. So we should not play with this hadith, but that's what it means. Covered that. طيب. Last chapter, inshallah. باب ما جاء في اللو. This is, we a lot of time we make this mistake. Chapter on law. Law means if. قول الله تعالى يقولون لو كان لنا من الأمر شيء ما قتلنا هاهنا. They say, Allah told the hypocrite, the munafiqun, if there was no command here, any issue here, we would have not died. ما قتلنا هاهنا. وقوله تعالى الذين قالوا لإخوانهم وقعدوا لو أطاعونا ما قتلوا. Allah told the hypocrites that, as for those who said they're talking about the brothers who remained from jihad, they didn't go to jihad, the munafiqun, they remained back, and they're saying to their brother who went, munafiqun, to jihad, they went, they said, if they obeyed us, ma qutilu, they would have not died. Okay? لو أطاعونا, if. وفي الصحيح عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال احرص على ما ينفعك. Hasten to do good what benefits you. واستعن بالله ولا تعجزن. Seek Allah's protection, don't be hasty. وإن أصابك شيء فلا تقل, if something evil afflicts you or anything afflicts you, do not say لو أني فعلت كذا لكان كذا وكذا. If something afflicts you, do not say, if I did that, then it would have been this and that. Okay? لكن قل قدر الله وما شاء فعل. But in fact say, it's what Allah has decreed and He does whatever He wish. فإن اللو تفتح عمل الشيطان. the word law opened the door to shaitan. طيب, what we learn from this? From the adab of at-Tawheed is that we believe the qadr of Allah. That Allah Azza wa Jal has decreed the qadr, He decreed the creation before they were created 1,500 years before. Allah has written our decree, qadr, and everything that will take place, and it cannot be changed except through dua. So from the adab, we do not use if, because this is what Allah has decreed for us. So if something afflicts, Allah took away the munafiqun, they use law to say if this happened, that would have not happened. But this is wrong, it goes against the Tawheed of Allah Azza wa Jal. Because Ahlul Tawheed, they believe everything decreed, happened, khalas. So law can be used for past, two words, past and the present. The past is haram. So if someone is afflicted with the cancer or had a car crash, he said, if I went this way, I would have never had a crash. That's haram. You don't know. How can you go this way? Eventually you're going to go that way. And that's going to happen. So if you say if, then you're saying I can change the qadr of Allah. It goes against the qadr. It goes against the Tawheed of Allah Azza wa Jal. Whereas we should say, قدر الله ما شاء فعل. Allah decreed and He does whatever He wish. This is a person of Iman. Person of believer will say this. As for hypocrites will say, لو فعلت كذا 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 كذا. If I did this, I would happen this. أعوذ بالله. But happened. People do say it. I wish I did that. You know, even Muslim says it without realizing it. I should have done that. Or if I did this. But you can't say that. This is not. We learn from this hadith is that if anything strikes you, harm, then do not say لو فعلت كذا. But say قدر الله ما شاء فعل. Okay? So this is Ahlul Tawheed, that they accept the qadr of Allah. Okay? We do not use law for the past. It already happened. For the future, yes. For the future you can say law. Okay? You can use, for example, if someone drove his car and he had a crash, or maybe not that, he realized that once he missed the train. Okay? Qadr of Allah. So if I come this way again, I will not use the train again here. Or something like that. Or at this time, I'm not going to use it. But that's future now. It hasn't happened yet. So you can use law for that. Okay? But to use for the past, it is not allowed because it already happened. So we've learned 3 chapters today, mashallah. Important chapter about adab and things like that towards Allah Azza wa Jal. So inshallah, I think it's enough. Conclude here. Any clarification you want to clarify, inshallah we'll do that. Jazakumullah khair. Umar.
Someone says if for the past is a major or minor shirk.
Depend. I mean, if he says if believing that you could have changed the qadr of Allah Azza wa Jal, then it's quite dangerous. But anyhow, because it's already happened, it doesn't. You can't change the qadr of Allah. But if you believe that I could have changed it, then it is dangerous for him to say that because it already happened. I mean, unless he believes that I could have changed it, I knew that would have happened, then this is knowledge of unseen. He wouldn't know. So for him to believe that, say that in the first place is wrong. Yeah, you can't. In fact, so therefore, as a believer, you should accept the qadr of Allah, and Allah does whatever He wishes. So to say that it's dangerous, it's black what you're falling into. Good.
As a follow-up to that question, so are you allowed to say it when, let's say, you're trying to teach someone a lesson about something that happened in the past, so like present him the scenario of what happened and be like, if you did this a different way, it would be better. So in terms of teaching them for the future,
you can use if have to be used for future. You can say, look, this is what happened last month.
Mm-hmm.
If this happen again next time, next week, then this will happen. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's okay. It's future, isn't it?
If you don't say it, but you carry it in the heart, is it a sin? So you're not saying it, but you're angry inside your heart.
Still is same effect. Because what's in your heart has an effect as well.
Because you're angry with the qadr and you're not happy,
Yeah,
but you don't say anything because you think you're going to sin if you say it.
It still is an effect, yeah. But what's in the heart, it will be still an effect, yeah, because it's like saying, I don't say I don't believe in Allah, but I keep it in my heart. For him. So same effect. Same effect, yeah.
How would you? What advice would you have for such people? So like when such scenarios when you feel that in your heart, but it's like you can't help it sometimes, right? So what would you?
If you come, say A'udhu Billah.
Okay.
Because this is not from it's from shaitan. That's what is it? Last word was Law is taftah ila bab shaitan. Law open the door to shaitan. Okay? If you come, shaitan wants you to enter this door. But you say A'udhu Billah. If shaitan wants to play with you, say A'udhu Billah. It's not from, it's qadr of Allah. And walk away. That's khalas. Okay? That's best in A'udhu Billah. Yeah. You can enter it.
So getting upset and regretting it is same thing basically, Ustad.
I mean, upset. If you're upset, that's one thing. But if you start using love, for example, somebody, let me give an example. Somebody lost his son or family member, and he got upset. Now he got upset. He said, he's upset with himself. He said, yeah, if I took my son to early doctor, that would have not happened. It's written, it's going to happen. There's no if. The fact you didn't take your son to the doctor, it's written, it's qadr of Allah. So if you say if, you think I could have changed the qadr. So that you enter into the door of shaitan, is dangerous. I know it's difficult to say qadr of Allah ma shafa'al, it's difficult, but don't use if. Because if you say qadr of Allah ma shafa'al, khalas, you answer the question. You've answered it, khalas. It's happened by the will of Allah, then there's nothing I could have done. Can we have done anything? No, it's written, it's going to happen, khalas. So upset, if a person gets upset, that's okay. It's normal to get upset, but if you start saying if I did this and that would have happened, then you go against the Tawheed of Allah. Yeah.
On a separate topic, you said earlier when someone does good to you, you should do it back to them, right? When it comes to money, for example, let's say you're in times of need and someone lends you some money, and then you do much better financially later, is it haram for you to give more money back without them demanding it? If you get what I mean.
You see, if he borrowed money from you,
Let's say
and you want to give it back to him,
let's say I borrowed money from you, in times of struggle, and then later, because I'm so grateful that you helped me, I'll give you your money back, but I'll give you more on top. That as a gift.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Okay. Now, for example, so I didn't understood that. Yeah. So if I gave the brother £5,000, for example, and normally what the case is that if you give him 5,000, okay, and demand 5,500, for example, that becomes the riba. Okay, but if he says I'm giving as a gift, take it, then that's different, then, isn't it? It's different. After gift he gave it, that's different. Yeah. Inshallah, that's not a riba. But if he demands, I want more, then that's different. Halas? Okay, go.
What you said, if someone asks you for something in Allah's name, you should fulfill it. What's the ruling on that for like a non-Muslim or something?
If someone asks you Allah, give it to him.
Yeah, but what if it's like a non-Muslim or something?
Well, it depends. What it is? If it's something not sinful, then.
Yeah, not sinful or whatever.
For example, if non-Muslims say, ask you by Allah, something that you can do, or you're financially to help him, and you're able to help him some money, they give him. Maybe through your adab, he'll become Muslim one day, inshallah. So we're not talking about with Muslim. Non-Muslim, if you can help him, help him. Like when ahadum وإن أحد من المشركين وإن أحد من المشركين استجارك فأجره حتى يسمع كلام الله. That if Allah saying that if one of the mushrik come to seek your protection, aid, support, refuge, give him the support, help, so maybe he will hear the word of Allah. So if he's a good person, the ulama says, it doesn't mean he's to help with the murder and the criminal and they come to your house and they damage you as well, billah. Now somebody you know from workplace, your colleague, someone decent guy, good person, and wants some sort of shelter, then, and you know he's a decent guy, then give him shelter. Give him inshallah. So the illah is you hear the word of Allah. Maybe he'll become Muslim.
You remind people of the favors you do them. Like you can't obviously do it with Allah.
No.
Yeah, but can you remind people the favors you did them?
لا. ولا تمنن تستكثر. Allah said to Prophet, do not remind the people that you've done favor for them. Okay? One of the things Allah will say, speak to the people, and He will not praise him. He will punish him with the one mannan. Always remind the people about the favor that He has done for the people. Look, brother, I've done this for you. I've done this for you. This is ni'mah from Allah. And for you to remind your favor, you haven't done it for Allah Azza wa Jal. You leave it to Allah. Why are you reminding the favor you've done? You don't remind. This is something that is allowed in Islam. So don't remind the favor that you've done. You've done it for Allah Azza wa Jal, khalas.
So a lot of people do this.
Oh, yeah. Then remember, brother, I did this for you. This is, why are you telling me? You did it for Allah, Lord, what you gone.
You see, when you say, I asked you about Allah, what does that actually mean? As in,
As'alullah. I mean, I ask you by Allah Azza wa Jal, by His name, showing that this. No, I'm asking by Allah for you to help me. So here's the name of Allah Azza wa Jal. He's using that name as a noble name, a great name of Allah Azza wa Jal. So if he says, I'm asking you by the name of Allah, okay, meaning you should take caution, be careful and take cautious of it, that it's important that you should respond to this. I'm asking you by Allah, okay, to do this for me.
So one should do that, one should say it like that when it's important.
Important, show the importance of it.
To make the person believe?
To realize, believe, what I'm requesting is very important. Okay? I'm asking by Allah. Astaghfiruka billah, that a'tini kaza kaza, ask you by Allah, give me this. So it's like making qasam, it's very, it's something important. So that's important hadith you should, understand. And if someone asks you like this, then hear him out. Maybe something is important he needs, Yeah. Jazakumullah khair.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.